morning. Welcome to NYSE TV Live. I'm Caroline Woods. It's Wednesday, August 2nd, and today we are celebrating Allurion Technologies listing on the New York Stock Exchange. I'm currently perched up high above the trading floor, but as you can probably see behind me, we have Allurion branding all over the exchange to mark this special occasion, including across the facade of the New York Stock Exchange, which is located on the corner of Wall and Broad Streets in Lower Manhattan. Now today, Allurion Technologies will begin trading on the NYSE under the ticker symbol ALUR. To honor the occasion, Allurion's founder and CEO, Shantanu Gore, will ring the opening bell this morning. To give everyone a little bit of background on the company, it was founded back in 2009 with one mission in mind: to end obesity around the world. Allurion has developed the world's first full-stack weight loss platform, which combines a revolutionary weight loss device with an AI-powered remote monitoring and behavior change program. The Allurion balloon is the world's first weight loss balloon that does not require surgery, endoscopy, or anesthesia for placement or removal. Their banner out front says, "So much more than a magic weight loss pill." We'll learn more about the technology when we speak to the Allurion team down on the trading floor, but so far over 100,000 people in over 50 countries have used the Allurion program, and in total they have shed approximately 3 million pounds as a result. Now, before we head down to the boardroom, I'd love to give you just a little bit of history of the New York Stock Exchange. It's an iconic institution, of course. It traces its roots back to 1792, when a group of traders gathered beneath a buttonwood tree on Wall Street. They formed an agreement famously known as the Buttonwood Agreement to create a centralized marketplace for buying and selling stocks and bonds. Well, fast forward 231 years, and we have over 2,400 listed companies, and the NYSE has around $40 trillion in total market cap. And it's become synonymous with corporate giants, and it hosts some of the most recognizable names like Coca-Cola, IBM, and Disney, offering investors the opportunity to invest in well-established companies. But let's head down to the boardroom. We're going to hear from Tara Žižek, head of listings at the NYSE, and I'll see you back here in just a bit.
Welcome, Allurion, to the New York Stock Exchange. For those of you I did not have the opportunity to meet personally, I'm Tara Žižek. I head the listings team across our U.S. issuers, and it is incredible to welcome you, friends, family, partners, key constituents, the whole Allurion team here today for your debut on the New York Stock Exchange. So listing days are very special to us. On behalf of the entire NYSE team, Johanna, Eric, and our whole team, this is the best. You founded a company in 2009, but today is your birthday in so many ways. And we know it's just the beginning, but we know that the audacity, the grit, and the authenticity of the individuals in this room really are the elements that are changing people's lives. Globally, 100,000 patients across 60 countries. You really are making such an impact and empowering individuals to live healthier, longer, fuller lives. And you're already making huge strides to eradicating obesity globally. So congratulations to what you've already accomplished, and we look forward to many, many years as partners ahead. So I know everyone in this room played a big part of your success thus far. And before I invite Shantanu up here, and have to give a shout out to Sammy and Omar and Jean and the whole collaborative team that made this day possible. One of our favorite aspects of our roles here is the capital raising process, which allows companies to really grow and scale their business, expand to new geographies, to create new products and services, to literally improve the lives of global citizens. So you're already doing that. You have much runway ahead of you. A little bit about the New York Stock Exchange for those who have not been here before. When you walked in the building, you came in the corner of Wall and Broad Street. If you looked over your shoulder, there's a giant statue of George Washington standing there. That is where our first president took the oath of office. It's where the first capital of the United States was. The Bill of Rights was ratified. It's also where Supreme Court, Congress met for the first time, and Alexander Hamilton hatched his plan to consolidate the Revolutionary War debt, and he penned the report on the federal credit right there. So at the corner of Wall and Broad, literally, our country and our capital markets grew up together in lockstep. So it's a very special place. We hope that you have a lot of fun with us this morning. It's important that we have fun and celebrate this birthday, this part of your evolution, and to celebrate all of the technology, AI, empowering aspects of your virtual care program and what you're doing to impact lives. So Shantanu, I would like to welcome you up to say a few words.
Thank you so much, Tara, for that kind introduction. Today is a really special day for Allurion, and we wouldn't want to celebrate it anywhere else except here at the New York Stock Exchange. So thank you, thank you. I want to start just by thanking everyone here in this room today and everyone tuning in from all over the world. We have the great fortune of running a truly global business. Operations in over 60 countries, hundreds of people around the world tuning in this morning who have poured their blood, their sweat, and tears into building Allurion to the point where we could take this company public. So thank you all for coming this morning, and for those of you tuning in, thank you for your support of Allurion and everything that you do for us every single day. I also want to thank our investors who have backed us for over a decade now, our board members, both old and new, who have backed me as Allurion's leader, the compute deal team, Jean, Omar, Gwen, Krishna, who led the deal on our side. This was a great feat to get this deal and this transaction done in this environment. Now, here we are, 15 years into this journey. We have family members here who have ridden all of the ups and downs, without whom we could not be here. And in that 15-year period, we have risen as a real leader in the weight loss category. We've treated over 100,000 people around the world, across 60 countries. We've shed over 3 billion pounds around the world. Now, you may think we're off to a great start, but our job is nowhere near complete. There are 2 billion people around the world who are overweight, who are looking for a solution. In fact, we're going public at a time when the greatest public health emergency in the world is obesity and excess weight. And we have an answer for that issue. For the past 15 years, we've focused on our medical device, bringing this to market, powering it with artificial intelligence, with behavior change. But we have a much bolder vision for the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, we're not going to be sitting here talking about weight loss drugs, weight loss devices, or weight loss surgery. We're going to be talking about an ecosystem of tools and therapies powered by AI, powered by behavior change, and powered to the point that we could one day guarantee outcomes for our patients. And Allurion will be at the forefront of all of that work. You know, at Allurion, 2 of our core values, which Tara mentioned, are audacity and grit. It's in our DNA at Allurion. It is inescapable at Allurion. We think big about the future. And no matter what problem we face, we find a way to solve it. We never, ever give up. And so when we go out there and ring that bell, I won't be thinking too much about the past 15 years. I'm going to be thinking about the next 15 years. I'm going to be thinking about all of the companies that have come before us on the New York Stock Exchange, that have become household names, that have become part of the fabric of our society. And I believe Allurion will follow in those footsteps. And I believe Allurion will blaze its own trail. And right next to that trail will be those 4 beautiful letters, ALUR. They say that the best way to predict the future is to go out and build it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you that's exactly what we are here to do. We will never stop building. We will never stop serving our customers, our patients. We will never stop building until our job is through, until our mission to end obesity around the world is complete. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
A huge fan of the ticker. All right. Before we go down, I would like to present you with this medallion. We struck it with today's date. On the front of the medallion are the 6 pillars in front of the facade of the New York Stock Exchange. We believe they represent transparency, opportunity, sustainability, innovation, capital, and community. And on the back is the Buttonwood Agreement, where our history started 231 short years ago. And we're going to ring a couple bells this morning, Shantanu. We're going to ring the bell on the podium, and then we're going to ring the first trade bell. So this is right at the Citadel Post, where you'll get to, once the stock opens, it'll take a few minutes. You're going to bang the bell right and let it ring and let the world know that Allurion, ALUR, is open for the market to participate in.
Wonderful.
And then last gift over here, this one's quite special. This is your office or somewhere as a reminder that you set among 2,400 of the greatest companies in the world, the best governed, the most ambitious, the most audacious companies out there. And we hope that you come back and celebrate us for anniversaries going forward. So everyone with a blue stripe on your badge, if you can follow Shantanu and I up to the corner, and then everyone else will...
All right, so that was Shantanu Gore, the founder of Allurion, and of course Tara Žižek, who again is the head of listings here at the NYSE. This is really the start of a long-standing relationship that Allurion will have with the NYSE community. And to commemorate that, we saw the gift presentation. That's significant because it reflects the tradition and heritage of the NYSE, and it upholds the customs and rituals that have been part of the exchange's culture for centuries. These gestures pay homage to the past while embracing the future of finance. Now, in just a few minutes, we'll see the Allurion team make their way down the long corridor on the 6th floor, where there are dozens of rooms, or a dozen rooms, where we have held some really fascinating events here at the exchange. So they'll eventually make their way to the Bell Podium, where they'll have the opportunity to sign the Distinguished Guest Book. They'll etch their names next to dozens of thought leaders, entrepreneurs, and world leaders who have also signed that book. And then after that, they'll have a photo shoot with our in-house photography team, really capturing this milestone moment before making their way up to the Bell Podium to ring the opening bell. We have just about 10 minutes, a little bit more than 10 minutes to go before the bell. So while they're getting situated, we're going to actually gear up to kick off the trading day with a market preview from JD Durkin of TheStreet.com. He's going to let us know what the futures are looking like ahead of the opening bell. and what could drive trading today. And then when we come back, I'll be down on the trading floor. So JD, take it away.
Good morning, Caroline. We are seeing U.S. futures trade down at least a little bit so far here on this Wednesday morning. This after we saw Asian markets close lower and European markets open lower as well, at least so far in early trading. U.S. futures here, of course, as expected, largely reacting to that big news overnight of that Fitch downgrade of U.S. long-term ratings. Whenever we get information like that, of course, we very closely follow what happens in the space of bonds and yields. And as expected, we did see the yield on that 10-year Treasury fall just a little bit in the overnight session. The dollar, as of this Wednesday morning pre-market, is trading lower versus some of its counterparts around the world, like the euro, the yen, as well as the pound. A bit of a flat start so far here to trade in August. Of course, as we know, historically speaking, neither August nor September tend to be the strongest performing months out of the calendar year for U.S. equities. We did see a bit of selling in the S&P yesterday, and the Dow did finish fractionally up in the green. At one point in yesterday's session, we actually saw the Dow reach its highest level, going all the way back to February of 2022. We are more than halfway through earnings season. Earnings palooza, as we like to call it, rolls along. Our friend here, Michael Reinking, senior market strategist, wrote in an NYSE Mac Desk update a few days ago that at least so far, there's a lot of reason for optimism so far. Better than fear. That's how Michael and many others have been describing the performance we've seen so far out of earnings season. Speaking of earnings, after the bell today, we'll hear from a few friendly faces here at the NYSE. Companies like Shopify, Unity, and MetLife all set to report after the bell on this Wednesday. This time tomorrow morning, we'll likely be talking about a few other New York Stock Exchange listed companies as well. We'll get quarterly results from Wayfair and AB InBev, of course, better known as Anheuser-Busch. And in the spirit of earnings as well, we follow a few of the big tech names that comprise the NYSE FANG Plus Index. We'll get many of those names crossing the tape tomorrow. That particular index is up nearly 3% in the last month. Caroline, back to you.
And then throwing to...
All right, so the Allurion team has headed over to that distinguished guest book that I was talking about. They'll be etching their names next to several world leaders, thought leaders, celebrities who have already signed the names before them. You can see they're just below the opening bell. They will make their way up to the bell podium, as I said, to eventually ring that opening bell in just about 8 minutes. So, I'm down on the trading floor now. So just kind of to really set the stage for you in terms of what's going to happen this morning. As I said, we're at the corner of Wall and Broad. This actual building, I just want to let you know they're signing the book right now, but the actual building that we're in was actually opened in 1903. It took 2 years and $4 million to complete. It was the first air-conditioned space in New York City. Fun fact, they certainly keep that air conditioning pumping now to keep us all energized here. And really what makes the NYSE special, as you can probably see as you start to look around here, is the human capital that we have on the exchange. The NYSE is the only exchange in the world with human points of contact. They're not necessarily running around with paper tickets anymore, like maybe you saw back in the day, back in the movies, but they have handhelds now. So a lot of things are digital and electronic, but the human capital is what really makes the NYSE so special. We also have designated market makers here, or DMMs. They're really an invaluable resource to the company, especially on volatile days like IPO days or big news days, because they keep, they kind of help to minimize market imbalances, if you will. So we'll actually be talking to the DMM just in a little bit after that, ahead of the first trade or right around there. So we'll get a better sense of what he does. That's Pete Giacchi over at Citadel. But first, let's toss to a company video just to show you a little bit more about the really cool technology that Allurion offers via a pill, balloon, and AI. Take a look. We'll talk more about that really cool technology with Shantanu Gore and some of the chairmen when they make their way down to the floor after they ring the opening bell. It's 9:25 right now. They're making their way up to the bell podium, as you can see. So we have about 5 minutes before they actually ring the opening bell, kick off the trading day. You heard from JD. It's a bit of a sluggish start to August so far. We saw some losses yesterday. Futures are pointing to a lower open today, but it's been a really impressive first half of the year. We saw an S&P that was up about 3% in July, so coming off a really strong performance. So 1 or 2 days doesn't necessarily make a trend. We'll have to see how this plays out. But as we heard from Tara in the boardroom, this is a very special day for Allurion, a listing day. It's essentially a birthday for them, and I'm starting to see the Allurion team and family members fill in on the trading floor, so it's about to get loud in here. There's going to be a lot of applause, a lot of celebration heading into that opening bell. Obviously, it's a very iconic institution for many people. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so it certainly is a very exciting time for so many people right now. We're going to just toss to a quick company video. We have about 4 minutes before the bell. So we're going to watch this Make the Connection video, and then I'll be back with you heading into that bell. Stay tuned.
Connecting to opportunity is just part of the hustle.
Opportunity is using data to create a competitive advantage.
It's raising capital to help companies change the world.
It's making complicated financial concepts seem simple.
Opportunity is making the dream of home ownership a reality.
Writing new rules and redefining the game.
And driving the world forward to a greener energy future.
Opportunity is setting a goal.
And charting a course to get there.
Sometimes the only thing standing between you and opportunity is someone who can make the connection.
At ICE, we connect people to opportunity.
All right. That is the Make the Connection video just a few minutes before the opening bell. Get ready to start hearing some cheers. I'm seeing lots of smiles here. I see Shantanu Gore and his team up on the bell podium getting ready to ring that opening bell. As I said, certainly an exciting time here, despite what the futures are looking like this morning. Now, just a few other fun facts about the NYSE. The NYSE is actually the world's largest stock exchange with nearly $40 trillion in market cap, and it's actually the oldest American exchange still in existence. I think that when people come to visit, like I said, it's really a once-in-a-lifetime thing for so many people because the public isn't allowed here. So when people come in, it's always wide eyes and wow, and like I said previously, really the human capital is what makes the NYSE so special here. We have the traders and brokers. We have lots of energy at all times here on the floor. As someone who works here every day, usually reporting the news, I can say it certainly hasn't gotten old for me. So we have just a few seconds before we're going to, listen in for this opening bell. So get ready for applause, get ready for the excitement, and get ready to kick off the trading day on this Wednesday. Well, you heard it there. That was the opening bell kicking off the trading day on this Wednesday. It's not the only bell you're going to hear this morning, because this here is the first trade bell. This will, they'll ring this once Allurion actually starts trading under the ticker symbol ALUR. So even though the markets are underway, trading has begun, Allurion hasn't actually begun trading yet. We're going to talk to the designated market maker Pete Giacchi over at Citadel in just a few minutes. He's going to talk to us about the price discovery process, how it's all working, how it's looking like it's going to open up in terms of indications, and just also what book building actually will look like. So we're going to talk to him in just a few minutes. And also, you know, we're starting to see a lot more deals now here on the floor of the stock exchange. So we'll see if work has been busy for him and if sentiment has shifted at all. But while we wait to actually talk to Pete, I want to toss to another company video just to give you some more insight into what Allurion actually offers. So take a look at that, and I'll be back with the designated market maker.
The Allurion Virtual Care Suite includes all the devices and digital tools needed to maximize your results for weight loss patients. Let's see how it works. Each patient receives an Allurion connected scale to help them easily monitor their progress from the comfort of their own home. They can monitor weight, BMI, and body composition. They also receive an Allurion health tracker to log steps, exercise, and sleep every day. All data syncs wirelessly to the Allurion app, which means they can visualize their data, helping them to stay motivated. On your side, you have access to Allurion Insights, a comprehensive and secure web dashboard to help you efficiently manage your patients. Allurion Insights allows you to view your entire patient population at a glance, meaning you can easily monitor your clinic-level performance and engagement. It enables you to access real-time patient data to give you a clear understanding of your patient's ongoing health. Having this knowledge means you can help each and every patient to stay on track and to achieve better results. You can also use Allurion Insights to keep patients more engaged in their weight loss journey for longer. Take advantage of the instant messaging, or start a video consultation with patients when they need support the most. It also provides AI-powered features, including our exclusive Success Predictor, which helps you to easily identify which patients are and aren't on track to achieve their weight loss goals. Allurion Insights has been designed to make team collaboration easier and to improve clinic effectiveness. You can easily document patient interactions with notes and share them within your care team. The Allurion Virtual Care Suite is a private, safe and secure environment for you and your patients. It's GDPR compliant and has been certified ISO 27001, the global industry standard for information security. With the Allurion Virtual Care Suite, you'll get better patient outcomes, more engaged and satisfied patients, optimized clinic time and improved clinic performance. The Allurion Virtual Care Suite. Weight loss management reinvented.
As promised, I'm back here with Pete Giacchi. He's the designated market maker for Citadel, who's really gearing up for the first trade of Allurion. So we heard the opening bell ring just a few minutes ago. Allurion not trading just yet, but just fill us in on what happens as we lead up to this first trade.
Yeah, so first of all, super excited to be partnered with the company. Congratulations on this momentous occasion to join the public markets. What we're trying to do right now is gauge supply and demand and aggregate both that supply and demand together on the book to find an equilibrium of price before we open it. This will be a very iterative process. It'll probably take about 10 or 15 minutes. We'll put up an indication that'll show where the interest is, where people are willing to buy, where people are willing to sell, and then we'll get ready to open and start trading in the public markets.
So it could open as soon as 10 to 15 minutes, because sometimes this can take all day, it seems like.
Normally, sometimes with IPOs, they tend to take a little bit longer, but with newcos coming out of SPACs, they tend to open in that, first half an hour of the day. today. You'll know a little bit more once we do put up that first indication of interest.
Okay, so no indication yet. So we really don't have an idea of demand just quite yet.
Well, we're seeing the book build with both supply and demand at this price, but not in equilibrium at this point.
Okay, so talk to me a little bit about the book building process. What does that entail?
Yeah, so the New York Stock Exchange has a unique model in the designated market maker where the designated market maker is charged with taking all buyers and all sellers and pairing them together to find a price where they pair off. This is a price that will take some time. We use those indications to let folks what levels know they might want to come into the market and participate. It's a unique model to the New York Stock Exchange, doesn't exist anywhere else, and it also builds out over time the relationship piece with the corporates that the DMMs have. My traders will actually be updating the company on what they're seeing in flows, who's trading, what's driving the stock, if there's block trades, if there's something in options, ETF flows. It's a very, very unique proposition that Citadel Securities could bring to a listed company that joins the New York Stock Exchange.
Anything else that you think is important to note about the price discovery process?
I think you just understand that this is the first day of trading. This is a marathon. This is a lifetime of listing for these companies. The goal is to get out into the public markets. Our goal is to try to find the best price to open it where there's an equilibrium, and then the markets will figure out valuations from there.
I'm curious about what sentiment has been like. I work on the floor every day as well, but from the news side of things. But for you, as a designated market maker, we're starting to see more deals, whether it be IPOs, SPAC deals, even M&A deals right now. But have you seen a shift in sentiment? Because it was kind of quiet for quite a long time.
So, I get asked this question quite often, and what I will tell you is you're beginning to see green shoots in the market. You're beginning to see the market have the ability to raise capital. Recently, we did 4 IPOs at Citadel Securities in a week. And those 4 IPOs raised over $1.5 billion in the equity markets. And I think if you think of it in those terms, that 4 issues were able to come to the public markets, raise over $1.5 billion. The public markets are clearly open. I think it's green shoots. It's going to take time over the course of the year, but we're clearly starting to see that thaw come into the market.
All right, so green shoots in terms of deals, red arrows today, but as you said, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Absolutely.
All right, Pete, we'll let you get back to work. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too. All right, so let's take a quick look around the floor as we gear up to talk to some of the Allurion team. You can see lots of smiles here, lots of excitement. They're getting ready to ring that first trade bell, as Pete Giacchi said. Could be about 10 to 15 minutes before we actually begin Allurion begin its first trade. In just a minute, we're going to be talking with Shantanu Gore. He's the founder and CEO of Allurion Technologies. But let's just kind of take a quick look around the floor and see what's going on here. So we heard from Pete Giacchi about the book building process, about the price discovery process. He had mentioned that they were kind of gauging demand right now, and we're actually seeing the first indication price here at $9.50. So we are waiting for the stock to actually open. It looks like it could open around $9.50. That's the indication price. We will hear the first trade bell when that opens. Not sure if we'll be live for that, but it'll be another bell ringing on the floor of the exchange. And that looks to be the indication price at this point. We'll, of course, keep an eye on that to see if there's any changes. But Pete Giacchi, I can see him. He's hard at work over there, getting everything ready for Allurion, ALUR, to begin trading. Now we're going to be talking to Shantanu Gore in just a second, but I see a designated market maker actually talking to him right now about where the stock is looking to open. So as someone who founded this company all the way back at Harvard in 2009, I would assume this must be a pinch me moment for him, but we'll have to ask him what it feels like at this point, if this was all part of the grander plan. But right now, the indication looks like it's about $9.50. We'll keep an eye on it. I'm back here and I'm with Krishna Gupta. He's co-chairman of Allurion. Krishna, congratulations on today. Talk to me about the significance of today.
Well, I think it's a really exciting day for the company after a long journey, but we view it as just the first day of a journey to come. Weight loss is an incredibly large category, and we're a market leader in that. And we have something very unique to offer, and we're excited the public will be able to be a part of that.
What makes Allurion such an innovative company?
Well, Allurion's thesis always has been, can we find a frictionless, low-effort way that also changes behaviors in a way that persists? So we want people to lose weight. We want to do it without harming or changing their biology, and we want to do it in a way that actually helps them think about changing their behaviors so they keep the weight off. And we've proven that we can do that. We've proven that in 5 continents. We've done it all over the world, 60 countries, and it's just the beginning.
Just the beginning, but I do want to talk to you about the timing of accessing the capital markets right now. Shantanu made reference to it back in the boardroom. It's obviously an interesting time. We are starting to see more deals. Why is now the right time for Allurion to come public?
Well, we think about it as this is the perfect time for us to be aggressive and audacious about our business, and we're timing that with the capital markets actions that we're taking. We are now flush with a lot of cash to go aggressively pursue our business. We've partnered with an incredible group here. Medtronic's ex-CEO Omar Ishrak brings a lot of value to us, and so for us it was a combination of the capital, the accessibility to the markets in the future, and then the strategic value that our partner provides.
And we're going to be talking with Omar in just a second, but first, given the kind of uncertainty in the markets, the uncertainty in the global economy, why are you confident that Allurion will succeed?
Our business, and our value proposition and our values. At the end of the day, we know that we can drive a great business forward here, and that's what people care about. We also happen to be in an amazing category. People, 2-3 years ago, people would ask us, is the market large enough? Today, nobody asks us. It's a $100 billion market. They're saying that's even too small of an estimate. So for us, if we capture a good portion of that pie, we're going to be a massive business, many multiples of where we are right now, and people are going to be excited about buying in today.
And I know you have a lot of experience with AI. That's obviously a pivotal part of Allurion Technologies as well. How do you think AI will really change healthcare as we know it?
Yeah, actually, I'm chairman of another applied AI company on the NASDAQ, so I do have a lot of experience. I think, there's a lot of ways. At the end of the day, AI drives, it moves forward because the data that you have in it. We have so much data from so many different countries that no other really weight loss company can say that, especially the ones that are partnered with clinics. So we envision our AI platform to increasingly become personalized by clinic, by geography, by customer and patient, and be able to serve as a true companion to them throughout their weight loss journey, with our balloon, without our balloon, post our balloon, between balloons. For us, it's about companionship that the AI can provide, and that's going to drive a lot of value.
Krishna, thanks so much for joining us today, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it and excited.
Yes, we're excited too. All right, we're going to bring in Omar Ishrak, which Krishna was just talking about. He's joining me right now. Omar, thanks so much for being here. Congratulations.
Great to be here. Thank you.
So you've led world-renowned companies. Why are you investing in Allurion?
I think a number of reasons. First of all, it's addressing one of the biggest healthcare problems there is in obesity. And not only is the weight loss a desirable thing, it really leads to other complications like diabetes and sleep apnea, and getting a technology and a methodology through which you can attack this in the very beginning, I think will make a huge difference in healthcare.
Well, there was a lot of talk about it was a long road to get here. I know the company was founded in 2009. I heard blood, sweat, and tears mentioned from Shantanu and grit, but there's really a long road ahead. What excites you the most about the future of Allurion?
I think, look, the big opportunity that exists, it's a unique company. There's very few companies out there with a proven track record already at scale, but a much longer way to go. But a product that's relatively simple, but highly protected technology that works and has been proven to work and makes a big difference in healthcare. And I think the road ahead, when they combine that together with generative AI and new methods through which you can do virtual care of patients, I think the two together will be a unique opportunity for the future.
Why do you think it will be successful in ending obesity? That's the mission, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a starting point. First, because Allurion has a method to pick patients who want the procedure. So you've got a motivated patient. And then you've got a 4-month window in a very safe fashion where the patient is extra motivated and driven by his own body to kind of change his habits. And Allurion has developed a method through which those habits are then sustainable. And I think this is a pretty unique combination in the healthcare world, a mixture of medical device technology as well as future management of care.
So on that note, you're a global healthcare leader. How do you see Allurion really changing or disrupting healthcare as we know it?
Well, like I said, it'll eventually, first there's a globalization aspect to it. I mean, there's people around the world. We have to come to the US, we aren't here yet. That's going to make a difference. So there's a visibility aspect to this. But in the end of the day, if you really reduce weight and you reduce your obesity, the advent of chronic diseases will go down. The amount of diabetes will go down. Other such, some heart diseases will go down. So I think that is the real long-term impact that Allurion can have. And I'm excited about it and looking forward to working with Shantanu and their team and moving the needle in healthcare.
Well, congratulations. A very exciting day. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. So just taking a look at the board here, it looks like there's a new indication spread. I'm seeing 825 to 875. We're going to talk to Shantanu in just a second, but he's currently talking to one of the designated market makers about the new indications here and when we actually think we might hear that first trade bell open. So we heard from the co-chairman, we'll hear from the founder himself in just a minute, but as you can see here, new indications on the board, 825 to 875. Market's been open for, call it 17 minutes, still seeing some red across the screen. Dow down about 0.4%. Meanwhile, the Russell, where we have seen really pretty impressive strength over the summer so far, off about 1%. S&P off about 0.8%. As we said, 1-2 days doesn't necessarily make a trend, but kicking off August on a sluggish start after a pretty impressive summer, so we'll see how this shakes up. But let's kind of listen in to see what's going on over at the board right now as we start to gear up for this first trade. All right, so everyone is gathering around the first trade bell. Looks like the first trade is about to happen any minute here. I'm actually standing here with the chief archivist here at the NYSE, Pete Ash. We're waiting for that first trade bell. Pete, looks like the first trade indication's at 825 to 875.
Yeah, I mean, this is the long process, something we've been doing on the floor for, literally centuries, finding that right clearing price point, making sure that its first trade is at a strong, stabilized point, and then, starting that long relationship.
Yeah, I think that it's been very clear that from some of the executives that we've already talked to, from Pete Giacchi, the designated market maker, it's very clear this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly, and as I said, literally companies have been listed here for centuries, and so as you see your executive team here, your DMM here, it's just the first part of a long journey, and they're queuing up for that first photo, that first trade bell. I always say every morning we have an opening and closing bell, but a first trade bell only happens once for a listed company.
Yeah, and sometimes the gavel actually breaks because they get real excited about that first trade.
Oh yeah, they can get a little bit into it, and then that front row needs to watch out where they're going. But I can hear the DMM talking about how close they're getting, so I'd imagine it'll be any second now.
All right, let's listen in for that bell. Should be just a few seconds away here. I see Shantanu there. I see Allurion's CFO there with Tara. And we're gearing up for that first trade. Should be any second here. Cameras are ready. Gathering to ring the first trade bell. Lots of cheers, lots of applause. We are seeing a bit of a decline. It looks like it opens right around $8.50 right now. Lots of bell ringing here. It's not just the opening bell and closing bell at the New York Stock Exchange. It's these first trades as well. I see Shantanu over there has a big smile on his face. We're going to get him over here in just a second to see what it actually feels like to now be officially public on the New York Stock Exchange. Lots of applause here. And as I said, it looks like it's trading right around $8.50 right now. Here comes Shantanu. Shantanu Gore, I should say, the founder of Allurion. We've been talking a lot about you. We heard you in the boardroom. Thanks so much for joining us, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you for having me. This is such a special moment and special day for the company, and we wouldn't want to spend it anywhere else than right here at the NYSE.
Well, you founded this company back in 2009, back when you were at Harvard. So fast forward 14 years. Was this all part of the plan, or is this a pinch me moment for you?
Well, we always had one mission from day one. That's to end obesity around the world. How we got to this point, only I really know the whole story, but it was a windy path, a lot of ups and downs and twists and turns. But today is really about our team and all of the people at Allurion who've poured their blood, sweat, and tears into this business to bring us to this point today. It's really for them.
Well, I saw the banner out front. More than just a magic weight loss pill. We know weight loss pills are very popular right now. Yours is a pill that becomes a balloon, incorporates AI. Just give us a brief overview. We have shown our audience the videos. They kind of know the background, but just give us the broad overview.
Yeah, when I founded the company back in 2009, I was a medical student at Harvard, learning about all sorts of devices for weight loss. And what became clear was people really want something simple and easy. So what we created and invented was a balloon that you swallow, comes in a capsule, can be delivered in a 15-minute office visit start to finish, but that's paired with an AI platform and behavior change program so that while that balloon is inside of you helping you feel full, we actually help you change your behavior and change your lifestyle and lose weight, but also keep it off for the long run.
And it's temporary, so once the balloon leaves, the behavior change should stick.
That's right, and one of the issues with these new weight loss drugs is when you stop taking the drug, the weight comes right back on. And we knew that from day one, so we knew that if we had a balloon that lasted for 4 months, that really the most important part of the program is the lifestyle change and behavior change driven by AI that can actually lead to longer lasting, more sustainable results.
So what's next for Allurion? Because I know this is the end of a long road, but really just the beginning. So does coming, now listing, now trading on the New York Stock Exchange change your ambitions, change your strategy at all?
It certainly does. This is a huge moment for the company, and it will allow us to really double down and invest in the future of weight loss, which I believe is going to be driven by artificial intelligence, our proprietary behavior change program, and the uplift that our team gets from this moment, not only in terms of capital, but just in terms of enthusiasm and energy, is going to propel us into this new future of weight loss that we're building at Allurion.
Well, you've already helped 100,000 people. There was a pretty staggering number in terms of how many pounds have been lost. How many more people can you help?
Oh, there's 2 billion people around the world who are overweight, and they're looking for an answer. And I really believe that Allurion could be a fantastic first-line option for many of them. So our work is just beginning here.
And you talked about looking forward to the next 15 years. What could that look like?
Well, the next 15 years, I really believe Allurion's going to become a household name, a household brand, part of this weight loss ecosystem that is being developed right now all over the world. And over the next 15 years, we're not going to be talking about weight loss devices or drugs or weight loss surgery. We're going to be talking about a real ecosystem that's living and breathing, that can actually lead to weight loss, but also long-term weight maintenance and sustainable results. That's what we're in it for here at Allurion.
Well, congratulations. I know this is a big day for you, so we'll let you get back to the party here. But thanks so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you for having us. What a great day.
All right, I look forward to tracking Allurion's stock, ticker symbol ALUR. That was Shantanu Gore. And we're just going to wrap things up here. It was a pretty full day. Got to speak to a lot of different people. The party continues, as I said, and really this is just the beginning. Looks like Allurion currently trading around $8 a share right now. We'll keep an eye on it. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Caroline Woods.